Hello, hello. What's up, guys?
Hello, Matthew.
Hello.
Matthew. Hello. How are you?
We got a big crew today.
Fantastic.
All right, what's up, guys? We have players going to play today with BattleRise Kingdom of Champions from Triumph Games. We put out a little announcement earlier this week, and yeah, we're really excited to work with you guys and showcase what you guys have been building for so long. Why don't we start with some intros, because we have a few people in here. We'll start with Matt, because I know he works quite deep in Triumph Games. Go for it.
Yeah. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Matt Nagy. I am the COO of Triumph Games, but I was also the designer of Alien Trilogy and Die Hard Trilogy for PlayStation 1. So I have been in computer games for a long time, and we've been bringing all that we've done over the years. We're bringing it into Triumph Games and BattleRise, and particularly with the design decisions and things like that. So happy to be here. So good to be with the ARB community. We're very excited for what's coming up over the course of the next 3 to 6 months, working with you guys, and then beyond as we build community and hopefully friendship together. Fantastic.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Matt. Yui, you're sharing your screen. Why don't you introduce yourself? Oh, you're muted. All right, Khalito, you're up. Yui missed it.
Hey.
How's it going, Khalito?
Hello.
Hello.
Very good. Indeed. Everything good.
It's kind of hard to hear you.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little bit tough.
Yeah, you got to speak up, boy.
Now it's good.
That's all right. Give it a go. We'll see how it goes.
That better? Ah, that's better. Is that better, Eli?
Go for it, Khalito.
Just a minute. You can hear me now?
It's a little muffly, but why don't you introduce yourself?
Just a minute.
So Khalito's been one of our longest running players. Yui's probably up there as well, ranked up there as well. Yui's a little shy, so he may not want to speak. He might just want to play. But Khalito, my God, you've been here with us for a long time, haven't you? You know, from early release of BattleRise to now. And both Yui and Khalito have been playing long enough that their power of their characters really is quite up there. So it's fantastic. I take it my mic is better. I've put it on auto.
Yeah, you sound good, Matt.
Okay, great, fantastic.
Hello.
That's better. Who's that?
Oh, that's clean. That's Khalito.
Okay, you guys, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yes,
Thank
Khalito.
you so much.
Want to introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Khalito, and I'm happy to see you guys and play the game.
Heck yeah. It's cool that you guys have some of your loyal gamers here. I don't usually get that on stream. Some of the OG community members. I like that.
Yeah, you know, we really, I have to say, we love the guys in our community. You know, it's our community are like such a big part of us, because like not only are they active, you know, and we actually actively encourage kind of content from everybody, and we're building some new content creators up from the community actually. But we also, you know, the guys make a lot of suggestions because they play the game. They've got more time than I do to play the game, and so honestly, the suggestions that they make are just brilliant. They like I would say 85% of the suggestions that are not, can you make her naked or can you make him blue, like real suggestions, about 85% of the suggestions that have come up have actually gone into the development roadmap for the next year. Things like when are guilds coming, guild battles and things like that. And there've just been some great suggestions. Obviously, one of my favorite, which is not in yet, but is scheduled up, is how can you have a Dungeons and Dragons for your mobile game without having cooperative play? That's like one of the hearts of Dungeons and Dragons. It's not usually just the dungeon master and one player. It's usually a party of people. So cooperative mode is planned for late summer, early autumn. And I'm really, really happy about that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So there's I'm gonna do loads of info drops today. Oh God, this is great. Okay, now, sorry, I'm just gonna comment on Yui's play screen. Okay. Now, what Yui did was he took the treasure. Between every dungeon run, you get some choices, and the choices that you make affect the random number generator. So it changes the dungeon as you go. It means that if you make different choices the next time you play, you're going to get a slightly different experience. But in this case, he looted the dungeon. He took the gold chest. And as a result, he's now got some big badass after him, which is going to catch up with him probably in a screen or two. But, but it's just fun. So, as you guys can see, look what we got going on. Like, Dungeons and Dragons, I know just for those of you who have experienced the actual game or things like it along the years, board games or video games, it is a turn-based thing. It has to be a turn-based thing because just for the sheer organization of actually running the game. So this is why we've done a turn-based system within the dungeons and actually within the live PvP as well, because we're just kind of emulating that experience. So here we go. Okay, so here's our choices, right? And we can either go for a blessing from one of the shrines. These are the gods behind the scenes. Or we can go to the Enchanted Library, which has other hidden things that are exciting. But so Yui, go ahead and take a blessing. Choose a blessing. Now the blessing is basically going to give a buff. So the longer you're in the dungeon, the more buffs you can get. You see his characters down the bottom. He's got a party of 6 at the moment because he's picked up an extra player in the dungeon. So he's choosing a max health. He's putting it on his leader within the game. So now his leader is, okay, look, here it comes. So this is going to be a harder battle because this is the bad guy has caught up with him effectively. So, yes, the spirit of nature. But luckily Yui has powered up. He's trained up his characters. He's been playing for a while. Although you lost one already, dude. Pardon me. But this is one of the harder chases, this team of spirit of nature. But that was a really nice play. Check that out. So
Matt, would you mind kind of backing up a bit and kind of explaining to the folks, what kind of game BattleRise Kingdom is and where, how the idea kind of came to fruition as well?
Yeah, thank you. Good idea. Okay, so many years ago, I said we were playing Galaxy of Heroes. And, it's a Star Wars battle game. And we were playing it. We all liked it very much. And we said, this would be great with Lord of the Rings characters. So we're like, so that's what we started to do. And so we made kind of a fantasy Galaxy of Heroes. We did a very small early access. And in the early access, we ran a campaign in the Philippines. We got about like 500 to 1,000 players. And the guy said, this is great, but we'd love to see more of the Dungeon and Dragon feature within the game. And so I'm like, I love Dungeons and Dragons. Of course, it shouldn't just be a battle. And so we so we created the dungeon mode, which is what we're currently playing at the moment is the dungeon mode. So the game is basically, I just say it's Dungeons and Dragons for your mobile phone. That's the strap line. Somebody has said somebody's called it Raid Shadow Legends for Web3. Somebody else has called it, Raid with rogue-like dungeons. So, that player versus turn-based dungeons. Instead of running along, we're bringing you room by room. But it's great that we're doing that. This is why we give the player choices in between in order to make his experience different than somebody else's and create replayability. But so right now we've got the dungeon mode, which we're playing. We'll play this all the way to the end of this first dungeon. And we have the live player versus player. And the live player versus player is it's very skill based. So it really does depend upon how much you've trained up your champions. So look at that. So here is the leaderboard from the previous season. We've got seasonal skill to earn, and this is the basis of our connection to our token. And the artifacts within the game are within the next 2 months, we will finally have. Yay, you got 5th place. Well done, dude. So he gets a bunch of prizes from within the game. And all the time that he's been doing this, he's also been earning the in-game version of our token. In BattleRise, we call it Battle Coin. Although what it's actually going to equate to the Triumph Studio token, which is what is going to be coming out when we do our TGE. The date is being firmed up at the moment, so I won't talk about that too much because I want to talk about it more when the date is cemented. But okay, so yeah, we've got a turn-based battle. So this is a live PvP against somebody else, which is really fun. So really is down to the skill. It's down to learning the strategies. There is really deep lore behind the game. And the game is very strategic. Like how you build your team is important. How you apply your artifacts that you find is really important. You want to match the artifacts up to your champions as best you can. We lost the leader. That's not good. But we are 4 against 3, so I still think Yui's going to win. So the live PvP, that's really exciting. As the game grows, we are sorry, just for not responding. As the game grows, guilds will get introduced as well, and there'll be an additional PvP, which is a guild-based PvP that probably won't come until autumn. Okay, so that's good. What else? And there's a story mode coming up. Now, when we first started the game, the story mode was in and was live, but we realized that the story was a little bit, because we wrote the story and we're not professional, authors. We're like, okay, it's a pretty good story. We like it a lot. But actually, there's a fantasy writer. Now, the development team are in Poland, and there's a fantasy writer in Poland named Orbitowski. And so Orbitowski's actually come on board and he's rewritten our story. So in late spring, early summer, the story mode's going to get re-released and with a brand new story, which really, I think people are going to like. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll watch one more battle. And then we might show the new game mode as well if we can. I missed my chance to talk about the artifacts, but I'll go back to the artifacts in a moment. Because basically what Yui's done, Yui's been playing the dungeon. He's been getting better and better artifacts as he plays. And the better the artifacts you have, the more power you give, power buffs you wind up giving to your champions. He's playing in double speed, by the way. You can also play in single speed, but double speed's fine for the moment because it means we'll be able to show more. The artifacts are effectively the NFTs of the game. What's coming up soon is the in-game marketplace. Now, the in-game marketplace is basically going to allow... Hold off on Gauntlet for a second. Can you show the artifacts for me, Yui? Yeah, great. Okay, so look at all these champions. Now, look, you can sort your artifacts, okay? So you're searching for artifacts within the game. We've got 4 classes, legendary. Obviously, we start with common. We've got common, rare, epic, and legendary. And the higher they go, the rarer they are. So the more value they have. And there they are. The gold ones are the legendaries. We will be introducing a 5th called Mythical. Probably late summer, early autumn. Mythical will come into play, which will be items that are only like a 1-off or 5-off max, right? Only like 5 ever, 1 ever, 2 ever, 3 ever, etc., etc. That is coming later. That we're kind of saving that for what I call end game, which is players have been playing for a while and they're higher level, and so we're introducing new things for them. But these artifacts, the rarer they are, so once the marketplace is in play, you're going to be able to take any of your artifacts and you're going to be able to mint them into the store. Okay. And once you mint them into the store, you're going to be able to set an auction price or a purchase price for your artifact. You choose it. It's your thing. You earned it. You own it. You choose it. Effectively, it goes on chain as soon as you mint it. And then it becomes a safe transaction. We're using third web tools. So we're actually giving wallets to the players when they come in. But via the player portal, you can either use the wallet that we give you, or you'll be able to hook up your own wallet. So you'll have a choice. We are multi-chain EVM. We're really excited to be working with Arbitrum, and our token is going to be on Arbitrum. So that's a nice little info drop for everybody, especially for you guys. Okay, so now look at his champions. He's been collecting champions for a while. He's still got a few. Basically, as he's playing, he's collecting shards. Yui, man, you've been working, baby. So he's been collecting shards. As soon as you get enough shards, you can unlock. And then when you get more, you can go up. You can evolve. So you can see a skeleton there is a 7-star, but the shards are effectively, collecting shards is what allows you to increase the evolution of the character. So you've got training as well. 40 is max at the moment. When it is necessary, we will actually push that up. We may also, there's one design decision in the future, which will be NFT related, which will be to be able to create an 8-star or a 9-star or a 10-star character. But again, that is end game. So that's not going to come for probably early 2026. So, but you see what he's done. He's paired up his characters. He's loaded them up with artifacts that are really good for the character. But an interesting thing about the artifacts is you do have a limited inventory. This is on purpose. It's on purpose. There are a couple of, you can upgrade it a couple of times, but when you hit your max and you get new artifacts coming in, at the moment you can sell them for gold if you want. But once the shop is in play, now imagine this. This is my dream. My dream is what I call hand-me-downs, okay? For gain, okay? So imagine you get something new, you get like an epic, and you're like, oh, so like you decide you're going to get rid of one of your worst, what you think are your worst common artifact to make room for the epic, okay? So when the in-game marketplace is there, and you decide to mint that out to the store and set a price for somebody to be able to either buy it or to be able to, or you put it up for auction, with only like a minimum price set. Basically, newer players coming in, your worst item might be the best thing that they have. So this is how, this is how we envisaged it. So effectively, you've been playing the dungeon for ages. You've got some great stuff. You sell it in the marketplace and a new player picks it up. And of course, it'll use our token as the purchase token within the marketplace. So that gives our token utility. Because you are earning some of our token as you play, which is just a boon to the game in general. It's coming in the not too distant future. We will also be having seasonal skill to earn, where we set API based specific game things, and we ask people, this week it's this, next week it's that, and so on and so forth, and then we finish off the season with some rankings, and then we'll have a collection place on the website that allows people to collect the token that they've won. So absolutely, my God, there's so much going on. There's so much that we can talk about. I can pause for a second, Eli, if you want to make any comments or redirect me in any way.
No, you're crushing it. I knew you would have an infinite things to talk about.
The game is really deep and it's really rich. I mean, Triumph Games purposely chose free-to-play mobile as our entry point into the world of blockchain, because we don't want to dismiss 3 billion players around the world. What we want to do is we want to educate them. Hey, I don't know if you've got training shards. You could just do one training and maybe you need more runes. I'm sorry, dude. And you don't have quite enough gold to promote him yet. So, but there, you see, you've got your training, you've got your artifacts, you've got your promotions as well. I said evolution, I meant promotions earlier. Yes. So I've lost my train of thought because I've gone down too many rabbit holes. So let's look at the brand. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to mention right now, guys, if you're on the stream, we would love you very much. We're going to show you the gauntlet mode. Okay. This is a brand new mode. It is early access. Okay. So, we are still refining it, but we really wanted to get it out to the players. So now what we've done is, this is supposed to be like a speed dungeon mode. Okay. So he's looking for a player at the moment, right? Okay, great. So he's got someone coming in. And in this mode, there's even more strategy, and there's even more depth, and there's even more RNG going on. So you could play over and over again, and you're going to get really, really different experiences each time. So, I just think it's going to be lots of fun. Everybody's really been enjoying it. So what I would like to do today, I have a game code for everybody. If you download the game, you will have to play through the tutorial before you can get to the gauntlet mode. It takes about 5 minutes to play through the tutorial. Okay. But if you download the game and you try out Gauntlet. Okay. If you try out Gauntlet and then you take a screenshot and post it in our post it and make a Twitter post with tagging the BattleRise game and Arbitrum. Which Arbitrum account would you like them to tag, Eli? The Arbitrum Play?
Arbitrum Play.
Arbitrum Play. Okay. So if you tag BattleRise, the Triumph Games account, maybe I should type them in, or CB, if you're online, maybe you can type them in for everybody to see. Share our Twitter link and our or Freedom, whoever, share our Twitter link for BattleRise and for Triumph Games, please. So if you play Gauntlet, take a screenshot, put it on your Twitter, and you tag, guys, Yui lost. Oh no. And he's against Dead P. No wonder, right? Yeah. It tag us. What we'll do is we will randomly choose. Maybe we can give you guys 24 hours. We will randomly choose a winner and we will DM you, and we will give you a game code that gives you a unique artifact, a very, very, very rare and strong artifact. And yes, all my BattleRise players, you can also do it because I will randomly choose. I would like the Arbitrum players to benefit, obviously, but the choice will be random. So, but I do have a game code for everybody today, which I will give out now to everybody. Within the game, there is an area in settings on the Google version where you are able to input the code directly into the game, and it will give you 2,000 gold, 50 of the crystals, which are the premium currency you would normally have to pay for, and 5 star steel, which are free draws of artifacts inside what's called the forge in the game. We'll show you where all these things are after this battle. Okay. But I'll give you guys the game code. So, and somebody can even post it in the stream. The game code for you guys for that is 9F8F595. So that's 9F8F595. Okay. And that is for everybody to get some free stuff when you download the game, so that you can just have some fun, have a laugh. I'll save the the other code, which is the prize. It gives you something, an artifact called the Infernal Reaper, which is an epic with a 40 strength. So level 40. So that'll be really, really good for a really fun prize for somebody if you take part of the Gauntlet Twitter post. So Yui, after this battle, maybe we can go and we can show them. Yeah, I'll let you do the battle first, and then we can show them Anari. Oh, she's one of my favorite characters is Anari. All right, here we go. Oh dear, that was a tough one. But oh my god, wow, that was brilliant. That was much faster than I was expecting. That is great. Now, Yui's been playing since this came out on May 1st, and so he's been playing for the past week, getting ready. I don't know if Yui can hear me. Make this your last Gauntlet mode one, and then we'll show some other bits and pieces in the game. But the idea behind this is there's up to 8 players in this, which is a lot of fun. So moving forward, there's going to be all various different modes of this game. The idea is for it to just be this fun, fast experience that that's why it's in 2D. This fun, fast experience so that you're not waiting for the models. Literally, you're doing the attacks with another one. Brilliant. All right. Did we get our guy? Uh-oh. It is early access, guys, so apologies if this happens. All right, we'll have to open it up again. All right, no big deal. That's okay. These things happen. But hey, you can see the loading screens and things like that. So we'll go into a few of the other places for you guys so you can see some of the other things. And then I can tell you about some of the stuff that's coming up in the future. Some of the future stuff is also really, really exciting stuff. So welcome, Yui. Here we go. We'll give him a minute. Oh, yeah. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, and obviously, guys, please join our Linktree is BattleRise game. So Linktree BattleRise game, and you'll get access to all of our socials. Please join our socials. It's fantastic. Right. Okay. Would you mind? Can you go ahead, go into the store for a minute? Okay. Okay. So in the store, obviously you get your various things, you get your merchant offers, everything that you would expect from a game like this, shards pack, resources. Maybe you could now coming up in, I believe, June. Yay, free stuff. Get your free stuff. Ta-da! He's got some free stuff. He didn't even know he had free stuff. Yeah, he probably put the code in. Yeah, there you go. Do you see our little merchant there? Our merchant, that's Fortis. He used to be called Shax, but we've renamed him Fortis. Now, Fortis, I love Fortis. We got a fantastic innovation grant from Europe to make what we call emotive AI. So, whereas some other games kind of have AI agents, we are able to, with the tool suite that we've been creating, we are able to add backstory, lore, personality to our AI characters. So you can see him there. He's moving around. He's got his little lizard on his shoulder. He's a little fire lizard. Very cool. You are going to be able to speak with Fortis and haggle with him. You're going to be able to create a relationship with Fortis by chatting with him. And we've got a great, we're working with 11 labs. So we're giving Fortis an actual voice. He's going to be able to talk back to you. We're going to start with typing only, but eventually we will have, you'll be able to speak to him eventually as well, rather than just typing. There's a lot of stuff to hook up behind the scenes, as you can imagine, tech-wise. But you're going to be able to haggle with him. So you're going to say, oh, 300 crystals for a salute. Come on, Fortis, you're my friend. We've been talking, give me a discount. And he'll say, why should I give you a discount? And, and you try to convince him. And if you're convincing, he might give you 10% off. He might, if he really likes you and you got a great relationship with him, you might be able to get up to 25% off, right? But there's stuff that's not visible in the store. And so at some point, now this is a leak. I'm just giving this to you guys for free, okay? When you're able to start talking with him, and if you've been playing the game for a little bit and you've been talking to Fortis and developed a little relationship with him, you're going to be able to ask him for things on the hidden menu. You're going to be able to say, Fortis, is there anything that you're not showing me today? Something, any items that nobody else knows about. And if you convince him, he will show you something. He'll give you a chance to get something of like a bit higher power, and you'll have to convince him. But real, so lots of fun. This is one of the ways we're going to be using AI in the future. Another way is our FAQs. We're actually going to have like a wise old lady who you can talk to rather than having to type in the FAQs. You'll be able to at first type to her and she'll speak the answer to you. And then later, you'll be able to also speak to her and she will give you your answers back. So, okay, we can come out of here now. Can you go to the Battle Pass area? Okay, look, we've already got some stuff. So Yui is a VIP. He's got the, I think you're VIP, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, right. So Yui, so you see the top Battle Pass. He's collected a bunch of stuff by fulfilling quests. So the top Battle Pass is free, but we are a development company. We do need to, obviously, we need to pay for development. So we do need some earning mechanics within the game. So we do have a paid version of the Battle Pass, which is the bottom line, which helps pay for development. It's fantastic. And also there are some NFTs that will be available in the not too distant future in the shop, and those NFTs will also give you life access to the Battle Pass, whereas right now it's $7.99 a month. Okay. Somebody's asked, how do we earn within the game? Okay, so good question. So first of all, you can see up top, we've got some battle coin. Okay, so as you play, you've got some quests, right? The Traders Marketplace coming, that is where you're going to be able to spend battle coin. There are going to be some items within the shop that are battle coin only, but otherwise you earn battle coin by defeating so it's not play to earn, it's like skill to earn or play to airdrop. There's a bunch of different ways of viewing it. And basically there are certain quests within the game, and when you do those quests, then you earn bits of battle coin. I will tell you, but coming up in the future, there are going to be a few other ways to earn battle coin. Okay. The first one will be seasonal. So we've run 2 seasons so far. We showed leaderboards earlier. We've run 2 seasons so far. One is dungeon run points. The other is PvP points. Each time there's a new game mode, there'll be other opportunities, like there will be a gauntlet version. Okay. So each of the different means of playing, ranking in these, the top 100 players earn points, and the points wind up equating to an airdrop of it will be rather than earning battle coin in game, the airdrop will be triumph token. So rather than having the in-game version, which we have to keep clean for Apple and Google, and then we any transfer of battle coin will happen on the website and the player portal instead. Okay. But the airdrops will be seasonal, and we will mix it up. We've got loads of API calls like beat this boss particular, or watch these ads, or, you can opt, if you're a free-to-play player, obviously, if you want to buy stuff, you buy stuff. You can buy the hard currency or skins, but you can also watch some adverts, and the adverts help us monetize. For those players who don't want to pay anything or cannot pay anything, watching adverts is another way to get some free goodies in the game, and it's a way to get battle coin as well. So, and you can do a lot of these quests daily. So, watching ads daily, 5 ads a day, you can earn battle coin. That's one of the ways. But let's talk about a couple of the other ways. So Yui, you can go anywhere, you can play whatever, because I'm going to talk about some of the game modes. Actually, could you play a dungeon? Okay, so we're still exploring the dungeon. Okay, I'm showing the dungeon for a reason. We are going to have an NFT sale either at the very end of the year or at the start of 2026, called the Dungeon Builder Collection. Okay. The Dungeon Builder Collection, effectively, what we're doing is we're putting Roblox or Minecraft style user-generated content, modding, into the game. We're going to have an area of the game where players who've invested in the NFT pack are able to build their own dungeon with some tools that we are going to put in the player portal on the website. Okay. So the player portal on the website will allow the player to they'll pop their NFT collection for the dungeons into the player portal and into the dungeon builder, and they're going to be able to drag and drop and create their own dungeon. They can create secret rooms. They can create, within certain constraints, they'll be able to create like either a 9-room, a 12-room, or 15-room dungeon, depending upon which size of the pack that they bought. Inside their pack, they'll have a boss, and they will have a mythical NFT, which is a one-off. Okay, the way it will work is once you've drag and drop your dungeon, and one of our QA guys has just tested that it's fine, it'll go live, and other people will be able to play your dungeon. There'll be a set price. It will be in battle token. Okay. People will pay a bit of battle token that they've earned to play your dungeon, to try to win your mythical NFT. It's not a first come, first serve. It's a fair random selection. So every time the players get to the end of the dungeon and defeat the final boss, there will be a random number generation pick, and the players will get that. There won't be common items at that point. They'll get a rare to mythical, and the chances of getting mythical will be fair, but obviously it'll be small enough to encourage players to come in. Once the mythical is gone, players can keep playing for legendaries. That's not a problem. If they were to get a mythical, they would still drop a legendary. But the person who owns the dungeon will be able to restock with a new mythical if they choose to invest. But so just imagine for a second, just say it costs 10 battle to play somebody else's dungeon. The person who made the dungeon will get the lion's share. So effectively, they've invested in an NFT collection, they've made a dungeon, and now they're earning by other players playing their dungeon. And what we'll do is we'll take a small portion and we'll burn that token so that we've got a nice sink for the token in general. We'll take a small portion and we will pool it for a big tournament at some point. But otherwise, the rest is going to the person who built the dungeon, right? How fun is that? So, I haven't seen anything like this in a mobile game as yet. I'm sure they're out there. I know you can do Roblox on mobile, for example, Minecraft on mobile. But I just think it's a really cool thing. And we're going to use the community. So what we're going to do is on Apple, it's like, the biggest, like they've got these kind of discovery, and they've got like hidden gems. So like, Apple have played a bunch of new games and they're like, wow, this is really good. Let's put this on the hidden gem list. So we'll be doing that. The community will be voting for their favorite ones. So there'll be another kind of our top 10, top 50, top 100 favorite dungeons. And then there'll be another one, which is like the most played dungeons or the newest dungeons. So there'll be a bunch of discovery to help you decide what dungeon you're going to play. Anyway, I just think this is going to be absolutely fun. And one other way to earn is through something called Battle Tournament. Inside our game, we actually already developed the mode for some guys called Moxie.io, who were one of our early funders. We developed a mode called Battle Tournament, which allows 2, 4, or 8 players, and in the future 16 to 32, to battle against each other. Everybody will put a little bit of battle in the pot. So imagine like an 8-player mode. Imagine everybody puts 25 battle in the pot. Okay, so there's a nice 200 battle pot there for a first, second, third prize. We'll keep a little bit back for pooling for like a bigger prize tournament in the future. And we'll burn a little bit, but the lion's share will go to the first player, second and third prize. So it'll be really fun. Now, but here's the beauty of it. For Battle Tournament, instead of it being down to your skill, how much you have leveled up your existing champions, Battle Tournament will be a level playing field where all the champions are fully powered up. And I don't know if you ever were in gym or PE class and, you were playing dodgeball or something and, and there was like a captain and then you took turns picking. It's very much like that. So each of you will be allowed to eliminate 2 to 3 of the champions that you don't want the other guy to pick before you do. And then of the remaining champions that are there, you guys will just take turns. It'll be a random selection who gets to choose first, but you take turns building a team of 5 and then you'll play against each other. So that's going to be another way for you to earn. So there you go. So you've got NFT hunting and then selling them in the marketplace. You've got performing tasks. You've got seasonal airdrops, user-generated dungeons in the future, which we call Dungeon Builder mode, and Battle Tournament. So there's going to be lots of earning potential. There is some now, and there's more in the future. And I'll pause there.
Matt, what do you think is the hardest part of the game for a skill cap? Like people obviously get tutorialed into the game. It's pretty simple game flow, but what kind of separates, what kind of stuff can you do to separate the competitors from the casual players? I'm just curious, in a game like this, how can you min max?
I think it's down to bothering to learn how the champions work with each other and the synergies of the champions. In the future, when the Wise Woman is out and the Wise Woman is available, you're going to be able to ask her questions about strategy. But when you ask her questions about strategy, she'll give you a few freebies, but then you might have to bribe her for some hidden gems. But it really, the game has such deep lore behind it. It's got really deep strategy. And so what separates the casual players just go in and they just play. They're playing. That's fine. They they're not bothered to learning. They're just like, they're hunting for NFTs. They're playing for Battlecoin, and that's fine. Who cares? That's good. They're still playing PvP. They're still there, and they can play against each other. But the people who are in kind of like the top 100 list on the leaderboards, these are the guys who have like looked, played, and noticed things. Hey, if all my champions are of the same class, is it class? Somebody correct me. One of my team correct me. I always say factions or family, but it actually comes down to the different gods. Okay, so like you have the undead, you have the spirits of nature. You have the elven guys, and they each have their own god that is kind of the head of the able to bless them when they're within the dungeons. Okay, so some of them notice, hey, if they're all on the same, then actually I'm getting an additional buff. That's nice. Now somebody also noticed that if they pair up a leader who has a taunt, who has very high armor and very high hit points, and he taunts, so he draws the attacks on himself for a little while, right? Oh, look, the enemy's gone invisible, but they're still getting him anyway. And so balancing the team with a healer, with somebody who has an auto riposte, like an auto attack when he gets attacked, and balancing, finding the champions that really work well together. That is a big deal. That really makes a difference. But not everybody's bothered. That's fine. But if you are bothered to like discover, and some of these things are available when you find library items within the library, and the items within the library help reveal more of the lore as well. So it's yet another way to do a bit of discovery. And there, so here you go, right? So look at all this stuff he's been collecting. So so the library items is another place for you to do a bit of discovery for game. So yeah, I would say that's the big thing. Actually, like basically what we have found is a player who plays all the way through the tutorial, plays all the way through a few dungeons, and does quite a few PvP battles. They're noticing things, and those guys tend to be the players who realize the RPG depth. And those are the players. Actually, those are the players who are at the top of the leaderboard. So it does make sense. Yeah. Anything else? Any of my guys? Anything else? Faction. Thank you very much. It was faction. Thank you, Yui. I thought it was faction. I'm just looking at the comments if there's any other questions that people put in here. Somebody mentioned Kaylin is a very strong character in PvP. Yes, exactly. Can you make Tristan with no clothes? Ryan is asking. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, we're in the Forge. Thank you. You're in the Forge. Have you got some Star Steel? Oh, you have enough. So here's where you can use your Star Steel to get free draws of artifacts. You can speed it up, fast reveal, or you can enjoy the whatever. Boom. It'll go bang, 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 bang. Hopefully we get, come on, give us a legendary. We got an epic. We got a few epics. That's great. Great. You got some epics and rares. That's fantastic. Yeah, there you go, guys. That is kind of BattleRise in a nutshell. I'm just looking to see if there are any other questions within the chat. And yeah, brilliant. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, guys, here's where you redeem your code fantastic. So you can stick your code in there, and that's how you redeem it. It is in the settings. Da, 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 da. And there you go. So here's his goodies that he got. Any of you who have played past the tutorial, then you will be able to get your goodies as well. Show us a couple other things. Just have a quick in the settings. Okay, do you see these? Look, guys, you got your player ID here, and you got your auth code. So your player ID is there. This is how you connect. We've got on the website, which is BattleRise.com, there is a player portal. Okay. On the player portal, there are instructions. If you follow the player portal, you have to just sign up by email or by one of your, you sign up by email to get in the player portal. And then there's also the socials. And the socials, you sign up by email and you do a little email verification. That's all. If you want to connect, you can connect your own wallet at that point. Otherwise, we will give you a third web wallet just with a very simple email or social login. We will give you a third web wallet. Arbitrum is not hooked up yet, guys, but Arbitrum is the next on the list. Right now, the game supports Tezos Etherlink and it supports Beam. Arbitrum is next. I'm asking, I think it's going to be about a week away. So you'll be able to, and we'll make an announcement as soon as it is, so you guys can get in there and sign up with your ARB wallets. Okay. But with third web, if you choose a third web wallet, it's actually really easy. There'll be a pull down menu. You'll be able to choose what blockchain you want to be on. I just want to make sure that you're on one that we are supporting, so that when you're minting your NFTs and stuff like that, you're on your chain of choice. But when you sign up, it's going to ask you for that player code, which is in the settings. And it's also going to ask you for an auth code. Okay. So when you get that, that is how to connect, because basically a server-based game, our website, there's a little extension of the server is on the website. Okay. And that's how you connect the game to the thing. For Apple players, that is how you do redeem codes. So you will actually, if you're an Apple player, who they don't like redeem codes straight in the game. So that is how you're going to have to do your redeem codes, is via the player portal. And I guess that's it. This has been a lot of fun. This is kind of BattleRise in a nutshell. There's just so much coming, and I'm really excited for you guys to be a part of it, and hope you enjoy it.
Thank you so much, Matt. You kind of like took the show under your wing here. I had a feeling you'd have no problem. Thanks a lot to UE for casting as well, and Web Freedom and Kalito for showing up. Again, I want to shout out that you guys brought in some of your OG community members, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
You guys are definitely doing the right stuff when it comes to community building around the games. It's easier said than done, but I like what you guys are doing.
Yeah, thank you. As I said, come and join our community, and we can cross collab. We can also create some game nights between our existing community and the ARB community as well. That'll be great. But join our Triumph Discord server and hook up to the BattleRise section, and you'll get all the news as it comes. You'll be the first to hear. You'll be the first to get codes. Can be included in any of the game nights. The game nights, we always give points away with that turn into battle eventually. And also we give stuff away. We give game codes as well on our game nights. So, if you're in and you're enjoying it, take advantage so that you can get free goodies.
Oh yeah. And we'll set up some Discord game nights with you guys in the coming weeks as well. And we have a stream next week, but you'll have to wait and see what that's all about.
Yes.
I thank you so much, guys.
It's been so good. Thank you so much for having us. And ARB community, thank you so much. We're so happy to extend our games and work, co-labor together on these things. It's just absolutely brilliant to be a part of your community as well. We look forward to getting to know you more and more.
100%. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks to everyone for tuning in as well. See you on the next one.
Bye, everybody.